bit out of my wheelhouse, but we have a couple of people, and there's the other two. So, guys, I'm gonna make one of you big. Who wants to go first, Jeremy or Riley, in terms of showing us your June Toons stuff?
Oh, I haven't even done it.
You haven't done it? Okay.
No.
I'll show it.
This is Jeremy my mischievous.
Oh, I thought for some reason, what was I looking at on Instagram? I was really liking your Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I was doing just Cartoon Network 90s cards.
Well, awesome. do you mind showing those? Because show and tell doesn't have to be about June Toon, but I loved those pieces, so I was hoping you'd show those tonight. So I'm gonna make you big first because Jeremy's a star. He's been showing a lot of his stuff lately. Oh yeah, baby.
I'll take a break.
Well, you can go next, but I'm definitely liking what Brenda's showing us. And Brenda, while he's setting that up, I want to ask you: Are you planning on doing World Watercolor Month?
Maybe.
You know anything about that? She's like, maybe. Well, I'm actually going to attempt to do it. And in my profile, I posted a lot of links to the actual people who do that and join their group and everything. So look at this, guys. Now, I actually met the guy who does Samurai Jack.
Nice.
Cool. And we follow each other on Twitter now.
That's really cool.
Because he has a son who's autistic, and we connected on that level. And he is super nice. He happened to have been on Mad TV and is a professional voice actor. And he's seriously into comics.
And fun fact, he also did the voice of Gambit.
Yep. Yes, he did. So what I was thinking is I was going to send you the link to his Twitter. Because the guy talks to his fans. He's very approachable. Hey, Andrew, coming in. Oh, Brenda, I'm loving your pieces. So we're doing a little show and tell. I know Lindsay kind of wanted to do it at the end, but I kind of wanted to do it at the beginning. I think it's just because Lindsay's, as always, family. She's got family stuff. I love this stuff. So here you go,
Michelle. Here's some different characters.
So go ahead and tell everybody who may not know who all these characters are. Just go ahead. We all know Batman, but
yes, Deadpool.
Yep.
This is Gene Starwin from an anime in the 90s.
Nice. That is really cool. I love the hair.
Obviously. That's Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
That's what I thought it was. I'm like, it looks like butter.
It came out really smooth. I was like, oh, okay. That's him from Powerpuff Girls.
See, that I forgot about him. It's been so long. Mojo Jojo. I love him.
And of course, Mojo Jojo. And then Grimm from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And then I really like how Courage came out, if you can see.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. That is so pro. Look at that. That is really nice.
So cute.
Very nice. Good job.
Let's see.
Molly says she needs a shower first. She's smelling like a litter box. Good thing we don't have smell-o-vision, Molly. I think we all feel a little sweaty tonight.
I did these two today, but I don't really care about them.
Yeah, I saw you. I really actually like. That's one of the Eddies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents.
See, now I didn't know that one. I didn't know that guy.
I remember Ed and Eddie.
Okay, Riley. Well, I'm gonna just change. Look at all this stuff, guys. And how much do you typically charge for these cards if somebody wants one or if they want a set?
The comic book style, I do 20, and then like Cartoon Network is 10.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to take the pressure off you, and I'm going to put it on our rock star. Oops. Here we go. Did I do that right? Yes. We're going to go and take a look. Hi, Andrew. Everybody say hi, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
Jeremy, are you around? Are you ready?
Around? Is that a fat joke?
I just unclicked you.
See,
how terrible is that? Whoops. I meant to make you the number one. There we go.
Hi, everyone.
There he is. Hey! He's been drawing and just fresh from your own show, which you have on every night.
Yeah.
I think we're getting used to kind of a schedule now. We almost have kind of a schedule figured out here.
Right.
You know, with all the artists. It seems like we're taking over in a lot of ways. Sunday's been looking great.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be fun.
I can't wait. So.
All right. So June Toon Day 1. We've got Sundar the Barbarian with his bright sun sword.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you going to be on next week, or what's happening with the Hap Stars thing? Because I know that you guys had such huge things, and you still went on. Even the show must go on, even though you know.
Yes, I believe I will be making a part 2.
Oh, wonderful!
So yeah, unless something changes between now and probably Thursday,
nice.
we should have a repeat performance. So we should get some semi deja vu without all of the echoing.
Oh, that was awful. I don't know what happened there.
I guess it was something on Hap's end.
I think so too, and I experienced a ghosting for the first time. Remember, we used to ghost sometimes on Periscope.
Yeah.
I experienced that for the first time this morning in Jim's broadcast. He and I were both on mobile, but my comments showed up on the laptop, and it wasn't until he got home that he saw the comments. So we thought that was pretty strange. So I'm reporting that, but it's just the way it is. So anyway, I want to look at Brenda's stuff. She's all ready. Oh, look at this. Oh, but wait, more. I forgot. Sorry. This is what you've been up to.
Prime.
So this is your June tune?
Yes, these are my June tunes.
Okay, so let's
They're all
take a
going
look
to have
at
the
that.
same background.
Awesome.
This right here was Dark, which
I love that. I never would have thought about that.
I remember him.
Yeah.
And yesterday was Anger, and I drew an anime character from My Hero Academia, and that's Bakugo.
Oh,
that
cool.
turned out amazing.
Yeah, I love this one. And then today, and I'm going to finish it here on the show, for Mischievous, is the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, tonight is really kind of a grab bag of show and tell. And then I'm sure we all have some kind of work in process. But I will, I still have yet to finish my Rockopotamus. Although I didn't need to do that for the challenge since I did the black and white part of it. I still sketched out a little hippopotamus that is playing the bass guitar, and I want to finish her tonight. And also, we're going to grab out of the bag another challenge for this upcoming week. Again, Sports for the Blind has a blindfold challenge that anyone could do. This week's Haps theme, I believe, is sports. And of course, if you're a part of June Tune, you've already got your schedule set for you. So there's many things that you can participate in right now and do. And I know Bobby Vicker is also still continuing on the anatomy lessons. People have been joining her from time to time. I think that's really awesome. I think she's setting, she's a really good teacher. And I think she's got a vision for, at least that's what she said. She has this vision. And one of the things that she's trying to do is make more of an arts education. And I'm really excited to see what she's going to do. But she wants to know if anybody has anything that fits under the category of anatomy, just DM her, send her a pic, and she's going to do something where she's showcasing art, just, in probably a really nice way, knowing Bobby, she's a class act. So, oh, look at that. There's your hippopotamus, your rockopotamus, excuse me.
That's the lead singer, Chet.
Thank you, Mr. Extra, Mr. 2 Extra, for the Stay Safe Award. I really appreciate it. Oh, and that reminds me, I was going to upload Milk Does Art. Let's see here. Let's go back at this. So I kind of want to go to Brenda next, but before I do that, I just wanted to say, if you guys are all in each other's broadcasts anyway, or like really paying attention now to everyone who's going live, and I love how it's all happening, where it's just so organic. Joseph Burke Arts again had an amazing broadcast. He's going to broadcast tomorrow. I'm very excited that he's on this platform. Quite frankly, I'm honored to know him after hearing his testimony. If you haven't seen a broadcast of the week beyond that, it's just his testimony it's just incredible. And then Milk Does Art is part of Lost TV's crew. He started broadcasting, and he has this fun thing where he will, if you drop some coins, I think it's like 500, an award that's about 500 for each 500 batch of 500 coins or awards that you drop. Your name gets put on this wheel, and then, oops, we don't have everybody on camera for some reason. What happened there? There we go. And then I guess you have more of a chance once they spin the wheel to get your name picked, and then when your name is picked, he will draw your avatar, your profile pic, into an elf, and it's really cute. Yeah, and he's a speed artist on top of it. He's doing it between 6 and 8 minutes right now on Procreate. It's incredible. So he specializes in making everything elfy. So my profile pic has changed. He took it.
Nice.
And Lindsay is now an elf, and so it's just a great way to support him and to have fun. And it's also encouraging him to broadcast. He's never broadcasted before. He's always been a part of an art community. He's come over with Loss, and Loss is encouraging his folks who haven't broadcast to broadcast. Zeke Art, she was the young gal. I don't know if you saw, in the broadcast of the week and also on the YouTube channel. She was the first model that they really had in it. She's in all those pics. She's a fabulous, fun person, really good artist. She started broadcasting her own broadcast this week. So that's my big shout out for that. So Andrew and Lindsay, Brenda, sorry about that. I want to take a look at Brenda and see what you've been up to, because you always amaze me. I mean, even if you don't do World Watercolor Month, I'm going to be like DMing you and asking you questions because I'm teaching myself, and you're so good at these things. But this is a sketch,
That's crazy.
isn't it? Oh, what is this here? What are we looking at? Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Well, we've been doing so much sketching this week through with Bobby and the anatomy and stuff. I just thought, I've got to get back to some sketching because I haven't done much that for a while. And this is kind of. It's an angel, I guess, is my angel thing. It's not quite finished yet, but a lot of pencil involved.
Yeah, I'm loving, you've got the feathers and the wings, but what's in front of her, which, is the other side of it, is really incredible. It reminds me of that hair that you did, and I'm sorry about the noise.
Okay.
Somebody's alarm's going off. I may have to mute myself. So, Andrew, what else have you got on your, your studio sketchbook, whatever you got going on? You were showing us some of your previous work too.
Oh, I can do that. Let's see here. We saw the lady with the octopus hair.
Yeah.
This was done. Let's see. Was this done with you or was this Bobby's?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was done with me. Yeah.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was kind of a cool one that I just recently did, and then I've been kind of experimenting with a little bit of alcohol ink.
Right.
Which you can see real good with that. Does that look okay on camera?
That looks great on camera. There's a little bit of shine, but that's okay too. It's really not. And I think I like it just as is. Honestly, I know that the idea sometimes is to lay a bunch of stuff down and then do something over it, but that looks really pretty by itself. So that's really cool.
Let's see. This with some more alcohol ink. That one turned out pretty well.
I really like those colors.
Yeah. So I haven't done much of the alcohol ink lately, but I'm going to get back into it because it is a lot of fun to work with.
I like that one.
No, what I like is that you and Noni were broadcasting together again. Some of us remember Noni from Periscope, and she does some amazing work with alcohol ink. So what are some other things that you can do with alcohol inks?
Well, you use where's my little ball thing? This is the thing that I actually bought to kind of blow the ink around.
Right.
Oh, nice.
And then you use like an alcohol ink clear blender. And it kind of helps.
I didn't know it would have a blender, but everything has a blender, doesn't it?
Yeah. And Darby has been using the alcohol ink too.
Wow.
So I need to work with it a little bit more because it is lots of fun, but just make sure it's a well-ventilated area.
I imagine.
Really hot really quickly. So and make sure your area is well ventilated. I was just seeing what else.
Awesome. Okay, well, without further ado, I'm just going to kind of quickly look at Mr. Andrew Wong and bother him because he is hard at work. I don't want to bother him too much, but what are you up to, sir? Let's take a look.
Another masterpiece.
He's just at work. Yeah, what are we doing here? Another commission. It's the same commission with the family. He's like, why did you make me big? Oh, what happened there? Oh, did he freeze? Oh, too much awesomeness. Look what I did. Look what I did. I broke Andrew. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
It's okay. I have to
Oh, what's happening?
I blame that car.
I can put those camera around. Okay.
He's in the middle of his stuff. I feel like I put him on the spot, like I always do. I did that to Lindsay, and she still likes me.
Oh.
Okay, so. Woo. Oh, that's what he was doing. He was trying to switch it over. I see. Okay, so we can see what he sees. No. Oh, look at that, you guys.
Wow. Nice.
So this is probably the biggest piece you've worked on so far.
That is beautiful.
It's going to be a family portrait. I think I'm understanding. Yeah.
That's beautiful, Andrew.
Oh, I feel so bad that this camera is doing this thing. Haps, come on, Haps.
We're rooting for you.
We're rooting for you. Well, I'm going to make it so that we're all in the picture now, and I'm going to change my face to my artwork as well. It seems to have depth. Cool. It does have depth, and it changes as the light changes. It's 3-dimensional, and you can look at it from different angles and see the way the light hits the colored paper to create the portrait. It's a very unique art that he's come up with. Based on something that is actually a traditional art of working with paper. He just redefined it in a new way. It's something called quilling, but there he is. Quilling is like taking paper and, forming it so that it creates a picture.
Very intricate.
Yeah, so I'm going to take my face out of here and turn this around to my poor little hippo. Oh, nope, it didn't do that. It didn't do that. What did I? All right. Go. Go away. There we go.
Go away.
Well, it just there's such a delay from when you click to when it actually does something that it's just like, what's happening? But there we go. Sorry, Andrew. I don't know what's happening on your end there. You might have to reboot or whatever, refresh your camera.
Your hippo is adorable.
My hippo is just sitting here waiting to be finished. It's my thing. I did a broadcast this week, which was very therapeutic for me. And at first I felt I was being really selfish, but then when I watched the replay, I thought, you know what? This is kind of a universal thing. Having stuff that you haven't finished. And you just want to get to this point where okay, now what am I going to do with this stuff? How am I going to finish this stuff? And
well, Michelle, I drew this in December.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we just had
I just inked it today.
See, there you go. And I'm one of those people who I'm very goal oriented. Not that I'm not experience oriented, but I do like to check things off my to-do list. And there are things that kind of get in the way, life, it happens. But for me, I was seeing my stuff pile up in this box kind of thing, like unloved children. Not that I would
unloved children get piled in a box?
They get piled in a box, those poor babies. Yeah, I know.
Middle child.
Yeah, no wonder the police are knocking on my door. Anyway. No, I just felt like if I'm going to love on these children, I got to nourish them right and bring them to the light. Well, that sounds like a series of novels. But anyway. So yeah, I kind of reckoned with myself what my purpose is, what I'm deciding to do, what I'm spending my time in. I think that's a really important thing. What's your purpose with your art? Ooh, it seems very deep.
Oh,
but it does help.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
My purpose with art is to fade into obscurity.
You're the undiscovered genius forever. I am the undiscovered genius.
I want everyone to notice me and then forget about me immediately.
I love it. Who are you? What?
Thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Why are you in my broadcast?
Do I need to get a doctor's note here to like find out what's going on with my brain? I've forgotten who I am and what I'm doing. No, what I guess I'm trying to figure out is my own art journey and where I'm at. Like we all take stock and look at where we've been, where we are, where we're going, just in life in general. And for me, I mean, I've had a really long art journey. I've done a lot of different things, and I've pivoted and I've changed and I've done different mediums. And to me, I feel like I'm starting over in a lot of ways as a sketch artist. And I found my focus in portraits, you know, things like that. So anything that wasn't really portrait oriented, that just seemed like a sketch exercise and it wasn't going anywhere, it wasn't going to be gifted to anybody, I had to decide what to do with all that stuff. And now that I've kind of narrowed my focus, it's like, now I know where I'm going, so to speak. I don't want that. But, yeah, so that was really a helpful thing to do for myself. But that's just me. But does anybody have, like, something that they've done where they said, aha, you know, like, this is where I'm going with my art. Like, where did you start? And, like, was it different than what you're doing right now? Like, you know, like, I really do see you, Brenda, as a watercolor artist, regardless of what other things you do. I see you doing that. Is that how you see yourself? And have you always done that, for example?
I do. I always seem to go back to watercolor, only because I like the fact that it does kind of its own thing. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, and I tend
that's interesting.
Right. It is what it is. You know, the color and the paint just kind of go where they want to go. And as long as it looks, you know, like my specifications, it never looks like anyone else's, you know?
Right. It's unique and it's each piece is different. Hey, look who just popped in. I love it. You and Daz are both like, I feel like I'm like interrupting your family time, but I'm so happy to see you every time you come in. I'm just like, yay, we get a piece of her time. Even though it seems like I see so much of you. And congratulations to Lindsay getting her badge. Badges for badges.
Yes, badges for badges was successful.
I feel like I did nothing to do it, but I'm happy to take credit.
I'm so excited. And I'm not the only one that got badges this week.
Joseph, yes.
Joe got badge. I believe Jeremy. Did you get your
Jeremy, did you get your badge?
Don't know.
No?
Jeremy's saying, I'm gonna work, do it the old-fashioned way with his own grit and determination.
Yeah.
And then he wants us to forget. He said that he wants to be famous, and then for all of us to forget him 5 minutes later. That's his goal in life.
Yeah, so, my goal in life is to be the forgotten artist,
the undiscovered genius. I call it.
What was that guy's name?
I know, right? Did you hear something?
I'll be right there. Water.
And after last week's Tap Stars, you can definitely forget me.
Oh, no.
I was going to mention something. By the way, there's this perception, and this is one of the reasons why I was going to invite Carrie Long Live to come to she's been dying to come on a Saturday night. But of course, like I said, she's got a life too. Saturday night, of course, people. I know, right? No, she's gonna come and she's gonna tell a little bit more about her vision, especially where artists are concerned. Her mom is an art teacher and a professional artist. Nice. That's her background, is knowing and growing up with that. So she's quite a supporter of the arts for a lot of reasons. Someone else is coming into the broadcast. What's happening here? What's happening? Andra. I don't know. I thought somebody was moving in here. I thought the window started moving.
Maybe there was like a drop and because they do that little refresh cycle thing.
I think it might be Andrew actually. Yeah, Andrew Buffer. He's buffering in the transporter.
Fix it, Jesus.
Fix it, Jesus. Yeah. Jesus, tag me.
That was funny.
Oh, I meant to say the word just, and I was like,
Jesus.
What's a Jesus tag?
I was like, okay.
Are we summoning somebody?
Hey, at least I didn't say the word piss like I did
Oh,
the
look
first
at
time I
this.
met Andrew.
Look at what Jeremy finished up his Fairly Odd Parents. Those are awesome.
Now
This
it's
is
saying
my
internet
June tune.
connection is unstable.
Yay.
Please don't- There it is. Okay.
Nice.
Yay! Look at that. 5 seconds ago it wasn't
great.
colored and now it is.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See? Oh, I was gonna say about Carrie Long live. I totally forgot what I was like talking about. She's had people on the show who do not have a VIP, but the reason why season 1 had the people on that she had, she was basically putting people on that were already in Periscope and the Perry Stars and her other universes and Buster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So she was giving those guys, like, they were on the schedule first because she obviously knows them and works, like they've done this before. And so it's not a matter of whether or not you have a VIP or even noticeable. She is scouring and looking for people, but her schedule of lists of people that are on the show goes into, I think she's already into September, guys.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for her.
By the time September comes along, some of those folks who may not have had the VIP might have the VIP. So I get there's a perception, like only the VIPs get noticed.
Oh my Lord.
We all start somewhere, don't we? All start somewhere. And then you get someone like Jeremy who should have been a VIP well before on Periscope, and for whatever reason, the algorithms just didn't like you, Jeremy. I don't know why that was.
No. The problem is Twitter. That's it.
Yeah.
Stupid Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. That's all you gotta say. Twitter.
Stupid Twitter.
Twitter.
So, Rock the Potter. We have not drawn for next week, by the way. We can do that shortly, but everybody's got their stuff. Andrew, that is just gorgeous. Now that I'm looking at it from this angle.
Beautiful.
Holy wow.
Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Wowie.
Oh, was he? And you know what? He's been knocking it out of the park. If you guys are not following him, his Instagram and his 30 portrait challenge, I just want to get an iPad and work that charcoal brush now.
Yes, I love it.
I love it. It's like charcoal without messy fingers. It's beautiful. I can see that it looks like Vine charcoal. That's what I'm like blown away. And you're just experimenting with this, right? Like this new to you.
Yes, and I love it. It actually gives you the paper texture too.
Oh my God, that is so encouraging. Well, that makes me want to do it. I'm sorry.
It really looks like you're drawing on, with the real thing.
The sort of more cottony type textured paper that they have for charcoal, which I love.
You can do all sorts of things.
Yay! I love it. See, this is why I love this whole broadcasting business. Do you guys listen to Lost TV sometimes? I don't enter his broadcasts so much as I just listen to him. The guy is really knowledgeable about not just building a community, but also the way he studies social media. And I've learned a lot just from listening to him. But that whole eggs in one basket, I think those of us who were on Periscope and saw it leaving probably felt that. But I highly
that applies to all social media in any platform or format for sure.
So I'm personally am making it a point to study Instagram and get back into it again. And I really appreciate every single one of you guys, like the way you've been like supporting and helping me and just, overcome this big thing that I talked about like the sort of one of the things that's stopping me is not necessarily doing art, but like posting it and sharing it. And I want to do a giveaway at some point. So I'm in the formulation part of that. And I think Instagram is going to be a part of that, but each and every one of you are going to be a part of that whole thing for me this month. So that's one of my art goals. Yay. So I'm overcoming this fear I have, or I don't know. It wasn't a fear. It wasn't a fear. It was more like a hurt, like by somebody that I was helping and trusted, and I finally come to accept it and understand that that's the root cause. Now that I've identified that issue, I can go, you know what, that's nothing. I can overcome that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So definitely each of you in your own ways are helping me. I mean, most of all, for the most part, you guys are making Instagram cool for me again. Just by me watching what you're doing.
Make Instagram great again.
So, Lindsay, we did a little show and tell. I'm sorry I didn't wait to do it at the end.
Oh, no worries. That's all good.
I don't know if Mr. C.S. Murphy is live right now.
He is. I stopped in
he?
very briefly to say hello.
What is it, like a drink and draw? Or what is it? What's he doing?
He's actually having a little bit of fun. He has his significant other on with him. In there.
I love it!
He's got the cam set up where he's actually painting like pants, like fabric paint, doing skulls and all sorts of cool stuff there. But
no way.
He has a wheel. He's going to do the wheel thing, and you drop some coins, he spins the wheel and does something embarrassing to himself, whether it's a wig or a drink, or maybe you win a piece of his art. I don't know what was all on the wheel, but he's got a fun thing. He's going to try to start doing it on the weekends.
Yay!
As part of like a new thing. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, first of all, my coinage levels are super scary low. So I can't be playing on the wheel, but I really want to. Right. So hopefully
I love that idea. I mean, how unique
and play.
How unique is that? You know, I mean, I love that. You know, that was a great way to encourage Milk to go live.
Oh, that was
to do what he does, because he's a speed artist. Yeah. And of course, you know, let me make
who else is a speed artist is Ancient Ren. If you guys have ever seen him, he does amazing stuff too.
Now he's very shy. He said that he's thinking about broadcasting. If he does, I want to pop in and support. But of course, these guys are in the European time zone.
Yeah, that's kind of it's like coffee time for us.
I know, right? But yeah, he's an incredible digital painter. It looks just like oils the way he does stuff. Wow. And he has a unique impressionist style.
So fast too. That's what
he's like zip, 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 done. Like what?
I was like, wait a minute, you just did like an oil style painting of me in like 5 minutes. What is happening? Wow. I didn't even know you were started yet.
I just realized there's a new hashtag, and Luke just put down here, it's Lindsay. Hashtag it's Lindsay.
Hashtag it's Lindsay.
It's Lindsay sighting.
Lindsay.
Oh man, I've lost track of who all is going live, but I put that all in the every time I saw somebody
you dropped
posting,
a lot of links.
I spam the chat. So
dude, you guys, if we missed your link, please add it to the group, because I love watching all of you guys do your thing.
Me too. Even if it's just on the replay.
Even if I just have to lurk in the corner while I'm at a kid's activity, I will definitely catch the replay, or try to sneak in for at least a minute.
Sometimes she even makes you wake up at 2 a.m. and get on and draw.
Oh, that's hilarious! Yeah. I totally missed on that. But I might have even been awake at that time. Went out to a concert last night and just had the best time.
12:30 my time. God, you make it sound so bad.
No, I literally was in bed looking at my phone to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I'm like, what's Lindsay doing on? Get in here and draw. All right, I'll wake up and pull on my pants and go down the.
All right, fine. You're twisting
I love it, Jeremy. You're a freaking machine.
And then I was like, well, everyone left. I'm gonna start my own. Okay, I'm gonna go draw now. And then they said they were going to sleep, so I was like, okay, everyone, have a good night.
I want to make 4 of these.
Sorry, my art's done and I have to go to bed. I was really, really tired. I slept way crazy late today, you guys. It was like embarrassing how late I was. Michelle, before I called you, I had my first.
Seriously, that's crazy late.
That's late.
Even I was up before that.
What was the question, Jane?
What was your what do you call crazy late?
Does 3 p.m. sound okay?
Oh, that's pretty late.
Yeah. Okay.
I was up by 10:30, Riley?
Usually I'm
you guys are up when I was
11.
sort of half awake, and I saw the two of you drawn together, and I'm like, I don't even have words right now.
No, see, I'm an early riser.
Yes, you are.
So, yeah.
This body is driving me.
Well, you have do you have a full-time job and you're going to school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course you have a very demanding cat, so.
Ugh, yeah. Shh, he can hear you. No.
Whatever you do, don't make is your cat have an Instagram page? I know that. I think it's
The
Julie's
Overlord
cat.
is watching.
He does.
I just joined Julie's cat's Instagram page, and I seriously want to draw her cat now. It's sad. There's this Japanese artist who makes cat into children, like full cat face, but like children like bodies and like really like almost like a storybook thing, and they're beautiful. And I'm like, I want to do that. I love cats.
Cats are alive.
Yeah, I forget the name of the artist. I'll have to share that sometime if I do. But I was like inspired to want to try it at least. Mainly because I was actually researching backgrounds. What I want to do with my graphite drawings and digital art is to make some creatively painted digital backgrounds. So I'll scan that piece and then manipulate, add colors and stuff. And I just really liked what he had. But of course, he did it in collage form. He took his drawings and put them on like colored paper and painted paper and things like that.
Cool.
So
I just feel like I have to justify. I don't normally sleep that late.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that
It's not a normal
She's
thing
defending
for
herself.
me. I feel
No,
like
not
I
with
have
children,
to say that,
no.
like with a disclaimer. My children don't run amok in the house without supervision on that regular moment.
Oh,
there.
I didn't think so. I just thought that was a rarity for you to have.
Well, you
that.
know,
I
if
mean,
the
as a
house
mom.
catches on fire, I think my son would come and get me before he left. So
Oh my God, Scotty!
Well,
Scotty says he's up at 5 a.m.
I'm
most days.
teasing,
Oh
I'm
my
teasing.
word! I don't know what time zone you're in, Scotty, but that's too early, no matter what zone it's in.
Mhm.
Just kidding. My dad used to get up at 4 a.m. every morning, and he still gets up no later than 5 a.m. because 33 and a half years of working at the same job.
It
Wow.
kind of ingrains that timetable.
I'm still on.
You're
I haven't
so
worked a midnight
cute.
shift in a long time, in quite a few years, but I did it for so long that it's not hard for me to flip into midnight shifty. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look out!
I only did midnights for 3 years, and I'm still on that shift. Even though I'm doing days and have been for the past 11 years, I can't stand waking up early.
Brenda, I want to kind of make her bigger just because of the way her camera is and what she's working on. How do I do that, Lindsay? Where I make her.
You don't have to do that.
I don't have. She's
no.
like, don't look at it. Don't look at it. No, I kind of. Well, just all I can see is a little piece of what she's working on,
Hold
but
on.
that's okay. I was just thinking that maybe we could put her as like number 1 if we could reconfigure it.
That
But I don't want to
fits her
mess
in.
with it.
There, that fits her in.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Thank you.
Yep.
See,
Oh, it's good. Thank you.
see, she knows what she's doing. I just like want to leave the button pushing to someone who can actually do it because apparently I butt dialed a bunch of people today.
Oh,
Michelle's a butt dialer now.
It's still
No.
a thing.
No, actually, what I was doing was I was going through my Instagram. Obviously, you guys saw I was posting a bunch of stuff up on our chat, and then I went to go open Bobby Bicker's chat to see what was going on in there, and I
What, baby?
mysteriously hit the hi guys, I'm gonna video chat you all.
Surprise.
well,
Andrew was there. I think Brenda, were you there? I don't
yeah,
know.
that wasn't for real, huh?
That was an accident, but it was kind of a happy accident, and I think
Yeah,
it would.
good.
I think
Exactly.
Bobby and I are both very passionate, as you
No
know,
mistakes.
about building
Just
community on
happy
here.
accidents.
Look at that happy accidents. Yes, happy little trees. That is great. She's got a bobblehead, but Lindsay's got a Bob Ross bobblehead.
Nice.
Bob Ross's birthday, by the way, is the same day as my son's birthday, October 29th. If anybody wants to do a Bob Ross day and we all wear fuzzy wigs, I don't see why not.
Well, I have socks.
But
I can wear my
Yes.
socks.
You can wear your socks. I could paint a landscape on that day. I don't know. Oh my God, there's 2 wildfires this weekend, but one is very
Wow.
close to me. Oh my gosh, that's right. Willie lives out where there's a lot of wildfires. Ooh, stay safe, brother. Safe. Oh, Scotty's Mountain Time. Same as
okay.
Chris Wiegand, I think.
Yeah, Chris is in Denver area.
Luke, Luke saying, I can't take my eyes off of Riley's bird. Neither can I. It's like he's staring into my goofy soul.
Right? I don't even know what kind of bird this is. It's true.
That's a great bird.
I have not done a cartoon character in so long. I'll tell you how long ago it was. My son, 5 years old, wanted to remake his toddler bedroom into a sort of a little bit bigger, more adulty thing, but it wasn't that adulty. He was obsessed with Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
And I had like yellow he had like a yellow room. So I made a Winnie the Pooh quilt, and then from the quilt designs, I also made pictures that I painted that went in his room.
That's amazing.
So they were all
have a Winnie
framed.
the Pooh room now.
What's that?
I said I would have a Winnie the Pooh room now.
Oh, ooh, well, let's do that. Piglet is my favorite, by the way. I totally relate to Piglet because I used to stutter, and I'm little.
Oh, Piglet.
Yeah. And oh dear. Did you really want to do that? Oh dear. Pooh Bear. That is so me. I am that character. My best friend in high school, she was Eeyore. I suppose.
That's literally me. That's me.
You're Winnie.
Okay.
I can see you being Winnie. Getting stuck in the
Tigger.
honey. Oh, that's Tigger. That's right. I was thinking like, but he used to be like, oh, like the getting into the honey and not realizing he was in a problem until he Christopher Robin. I see Jeremy as Christopher Robin, helping Pooh out of his
with a lot of dolls.
No, I mean like being the logical person to get somebody out of the problem.
Wait, you're using logic with me?
Really?
You're putting a lot of pressure on me.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
There it is. Oh dear.
Yeah, my son was 5 when that last time I really did any kind of like cartoon type characters, and he's going to be 22 this year. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But she's gonna be this cute little hippo person. I can just figure out how I'm going to color her on the black that I put this black paint. I think I might actually break out my paints.
If someone wants to draw part of the hippopotamus or rockopotamus band, they and don't want to draw an instrument, they could always draw a bodyguard.
Oh
yeah, the bouncer,
a bodyguard or a bouncer. Somebody to keep an eye on the band.
Okay, you gotta keep all of our fans at bay.
Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. No, I've got my little. I got my hat here with all of our little things, and I've got them on a clippy thing for our group prompts. But Riley, I think, came up with one that was very similar to one that I had. And I was going to run this by you. I actually had one. I forgot that I had put in there. Can I say what it is that you had suggested? He suggested that we draw or find a way to draw a fear. I had one that was draw your fear in an abstract shape using black, like ink. Like I was thinking of something like that. I just kind of like the idea of, being like what would your fear look like if it was an abstract shape, and I just thought black would be kind of cool, like in terms of ink, because
that's a great one.
So does that kind of fit what you were? Would that be okay, Riley?
I mean, I'm no good at abstract, but
I mean, we don't have to do it abstract. We could just say draw your fear, and if you want to, like, this is what we've been doing. Like we did last week. We actually drew 2. So with that prompt, if we draw that prompt, you could be like draw your fear would be the prompt, and then the alternate would be to go to the next level, like maybe the one that I suggested, because I know that we also had one. Anthony said movies, and then I think there was another thing attached to that. But like this past week, we did white or color on black, and then rockopotamus. Those are the two things we drew. And then look at, some of us are drawing a rockopotamus on black background. So we're combining the two. So it's however you want to interpret one or the other or both. So
Some
that
people
kind of makes
can't
sense.
just do the rules and just follow one.
I'm not. I try to
fun.
I try to be flexible and open and all of that, but I am throwing all of these in here. Again, we're gonna shake up the hat.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. So we've been at this for about an hour, but we got another hour or more or so. And again, there's so many great broadcasts happening tomorrow. I think I'm not going to get any housework done. Not that I want to, but it's gonna. I think the rain is gonna start here, and it's gonna work.
I
for
was
like 6
cooking
days.
dinner while I was rocking out to Chris Wiegand's DJ set earlier.
Oh, he went live too.
Yeah, he did
I
a
wish I could
little
get him to
DJ
come in.
set. I was like, I haven't seen him go live in forever. I have to be in there and support him, but I have to cook dinner.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I think there's so many times when I'm either cooking dinner or making dinner when
Julie's here.
Jeremy is live.
Hi, Julie.
Hello, Julie.
Hey, we see
Hi,
you.
Julie.
I love her profile pic. She looks like a genie in a bottle. I dream of Genie. Her yoga mission. She's on a mission to do some amazing things with yoga as a teacher. And thank you for the super heart, Scotty. I see you. I see you. And that's right, he's in Utah. I knew that. Why did I not remember that? I'm terrible. Because I'm old. All right, guys, are you guys ready? I'm gonna pick two.
Do it.
I'm gonna pick two. There's one. There's two. Now, yeah. Interpret these as you wish. Now, I know this is June Toon for those of you who are dedicated to drawing every day.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. This is like, if you want to add this to your repertoire, that's fine.
You have to sing while drawing?
Oh, that reminds me, Lindsay. Toonage. If you have your June Toons you want to share at some point, get them ready and we'll do that too. We did that with
well,
we
let me
kind of went
at
round
least
robin.
Get a sketch worked
No.
through,
You just say the word. Like we'll do it before we end the broadcast.
Is bird the word?
Bird is the word. And
All right,
little Miss Des, I can't wait to see the progress on her fox. She's just been doing those eyes. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, animals. Lucia, this was your suggestion. She said, how about just animals?
Yes.
I like doing animals from time to time.
Well,
I used to
can
draw
I
my
turn
cat.
this in? Can I turn this in for that?
You certainly can. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he knew before we even drew. It's like you knew.
It was fate. It was meant to be.
Fate.
He was
So, and then the alternative is Lindsay.
What?
Your hubby's Minotaur and or Nicetor.
Oh, sweet.
Drawn
That'll
in a
be
cute
fun.
cartoon style. Go figure in June Toon. So
That
those
could
are the
be
choices. In a sense, a Minotaur or a Nicetor is kind of an animal.
It's half animal, technically.
Half animal, half whatever. It's a mythological character.
I've
So there
already
you go.
my drawing's already done in my head. We're good.
Oh,
Sweet.
Jeremy, you are just so good. See what happens? It's like a synapse for him now. He's been drawing so much. He's a drawing machine.
Yeah,
just throw the coins in Jeremy's box and it comes out.
and I'm not going to say what I'm going to do because I don't want anyone else to do it.
Don't
that's
steal
fine.
his
That's
idea.
fine. Oh God!
Wait.
Don't even get me started. You can't steal an idea.
Oh, sorry.
You can't ever steal an idea again.
I said the trigger word.
That's not true because I'm going to start broadcasting under the name Cajun.
Oh my God. You know what would be fun? I just had this thought. I have these blank slips of paper, guys, by the way. If you have an idea at any time, like Riley just DM'd me a short while ago and I thought, oh yeah. Then I looked through the thing and I'm like, we do have a thing for fear. So, but if you have an idea at any time, just let me know and I'll add it to the paper and we'll add it to the prompts. But I just had this thought. I did this with, do you remember Jackie? I think it's Gen Meshkash. I can't even say how to.
Yes, I do.
How do you say her?
I couldn't tell you.
Gen Makashi, something like that. She's really into anime. and she created her own anime character. Actually,
That's fun.
She gave me an art challenge to draw her character because I've never done anime, and I think I showed that on when I was going through my stuff. I found it, and I'm like, this is the one and only time I've done anime, and I don't think I did a poor job of it. But drawing something in someone else's style is an art challenge that's out there.
This is true. Luke has a fabulous question in the chat.
I just see that. What does it say?
It says, if you go too dark with a marker, how do you fix it? I'm stressing over this.
Ooh, throw this to the marker people. How do you answer that question? Good question.
Cajun.
I don't even draw.
It's our in-house marker professional.
Always start light. They do have the blender, but
it fixes a multitude of sins, but it can't save a catastrophe.
Yeah.
It's easier to go from light to dark on anything than it
Sometimes
is to
you just have to start over.
Period.
Yeah.
So,
or you get creative and just roll with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I discovered, speaking of that, yeah. Go ahead. So most media has blenders. Like Brenda was just showing us. Alcohol inks have blenders. I didn't know it has a blender. I mean, everything has like a medium that you can use. I guess it just depends on the quality and the type of product you're using. Like nice markers versus my kids' Crayolas that have been, the life of them are almost snuffed out. Although I've seen ways that people have
revived them,
like using different hacks. But I saw a hack that I want to try. I don't know if it's a hack, but it's a shortcut to shading. By using a black colored pencil where you lay down some line work and stuff, and then this is where you're gonna work with midtones and hair. Specifically, she was showing how she did it on fur, and it saved her a lot of time and trouble. Instead of using the 10 different kinds of shading techniques with all of the graphite pencils, she started out with a layer of black pencil, went over it with a it was a graphite drawing, then went over it with the black colored pencil, then went over it with the colored pencil blender, and got these amazing gray tones and midtones without having to do a whole lot in between, and then went back in with some more graphite. And it looked like a graphite drawing done with the several shades. So I'm simplifying it. I got to try it out for myself, but I'm like, what? I've never heard of that. So there's always hacks you can find and try out. I'd love to. It could be if somebody wanted to broadcast just nothing but that. I kind of think that's what Tanya Michelle is doing. She's doing an amazing job when she broadcasts. She's going to be broadcasting tomorrow, and she's doing this thing called "Don't Sweat the Technique," and she's showing all the different mediums and products that she's using, and she's experimenting, and she's explaining how she works different things. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah. If you ever need an idea to broadcast.
I improved on that idea by just not knowing how to do any technique.
Hi, I don't know anything, but I'm going to show you anyway. This is how
I don't sweat the techniques because I don't even know them.
Well, that's what she calls it. That's the name of her broadcast. But she uses all these really cool products on this is what I use for fabricating, and here's why. And she talks about how durable it is. It doesn't crack, it doesn't fade, and it just you can throw it in the washer. Because she does a lot of wearable art and stuff. Just different things. And sometimes she's just trying something new. She goes, "Let's try this out. I want to see how this works." And then she'll show you in a later broadcast. Look at how that turned out, and you get to see it in stages. And so it's really cool. You can ask her anything. She's really knowledgeable about the products that she's sharing.
Cool.
I just thought that's a great idea for a broadcast for anybody.
Yeah.
Can you post, what is her name?
Tanya Michelle, and her, she's been in here. She joined us that one day when we did superheroes and villains.
Janice Mills with the subscription. What's up?
Thank you, Janice.
Yes.
It's Miss Create. That's her.
Miss Create.
That's MISCRE, and then the number 8. And she's going live tomorrow. I think I shared that her broadcast in our chat. Why am I drawing the same thing? I'm like just focused on the neck of this bass guitar. I can't talk and draw at the same time. What's happening? Why am I even doing
It happens to the best of us. Streaming and arting is a gift in its skill to be able to hold a conversation with the chat and focus on what you're doing at the same time.
I know. That's why, for some reason, I'm always like, after this broadcast is over, then I actually get the stuff done. But that's okay.
That's why I like to try to get my sketches done before I go live so that I can focus on all the other button pushing, because really it turns into just a coloring book at that point.
Good point. Good point. And I should do more of that before I go live on Saturday.
The sketching's important too to show, because that is part of your process. But I feel like the sketch is really where your brain has to do the most work, because you're mapping it out on where things are supposed to be.
Oh, for real. Like, I'm not going to do what I did with that Bob Dylan thing like all the time, because that's actually not what I normally do. But I wanted to see what it would look like from start to finish on camera, if that makes any sense, just to try it, and then eventually take those and repurpose it and teach myself how to make one of those videos where I can kind of edit. What do I need to do? What does the camera need to do so that I can edit it and make it into one complete start to finish speed version of the video, because I don't have an iPad or Procreate yet. So
you will eventually
one day. But I've broadcasted enough to because I have some old videos too of previous broadcasts. It would be kind of fun. I just need to teach myself how to use iMovie, for example. That's one of my goals.
Cool.
But I usually do exactly what you're saying when it comes to if I'm going to only broadcast for a couple of hours to do a portrait and to try and get it close to being finished at the end of those 2 hours. I definitely do all that mapping and thinking and decision making and drafting beforehand for sure, or else I'm just like, oh.
That's funny.
Michelle, you're so funny.
That's the sound of my brain. It sounds like I need something for constipation. Oh, that's terrible.
Yikes.
That's funny.
See, like right now, I'm trying to figure out, like, when you play the bass, your hand kind of goes over like this and you're plucking it, right? So how do you do that with a little hippopotamus paw thingy?
You give them human hands.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
You don't want her to have a pick? She's one of the plucking.
She's a plucking, because that's what I do.
She's a mother
slap,
plucker.
I don't slap anything. I don't slap a bass. I don't slap.
Slap with the bass, man. Slap with the bass.
That would be Flea.
And boy can he.
He can slap my bass anytime. That sounded bad.
Well, okay.
Well, this is the late night show.
We know what Michelle thinks about it at night.
Flea, would you slap my bass?
Oh,
wow.
Thank you.
That went downhill fast. Oof.
Well, if he were here right now, I'd be embarrassed to show him my bass, so I don't know. But why would he be in my living room? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Bob is out driving.
He's
Why
back
is
now.
he there? No.
It's all about the bass.
No trouble.
Yeah, no trouble.
And speaking of, is that Ellie King? And back to 10 Degrees of Separation. Somebody was talking about Ellie King tonight. I think it was Riley. I don't remember.
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah, she's Rob Snyder's daughter. He saw her in concert with Joan Jett and
Hart.
Who else? Hart. That's right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
right.
Is she a singer? Rob
She
Schneider's
is.
daughter?
Yep,
Oh.
she is. But she does the X's and O's song, not the.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize she was Rob Schneider's daughter.
X's and O.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Well, you have to watch TV or listen to popular music, Riley.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, I don't really watch much TV.
And if you don't, then you don't know who she is or Sia or any of these people.
No.
That's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sia, are you leaving? No, I'm kidding. Bye.
Sia. Isn't that Carrie Longlife's one wig is. And,
Oh,
and
she
the
does
song,
have a Sia wig. I forget
she
about
does
that.
Sia songs, and she'll put on the wig. I love it. That's so cool. I'm not gonna worry about these strings just yet. I think I've make that bigger.
So I'm a little disappointed because I have to redo my show, and Beta was wearing my favorite color, so I don't think she's gonna replicate.
Oh, purple?
Yeah, the purple. Oh my God, purple's my favorite in the world. She's gonna, and mind you, I still got to see the look in the outfit, but I was like, oh, that's so awesome.
Swoon.
I love that she did a broadcast for Pride too, wearing that same wig and the purple and everything. I used to do a Pride quiz, and I haven't been doing quizzes, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I haven't done a Pride broadcast on HAPS, but that's the other thing. That's this month if people want to participate in that. I know, again, that's another reason why I think I would want to try and get Halo Toons over here as a guest. You know, because she's got a really unique perspective on her art and her lifestyle and everything. It's just so cool how she integrates every part of herself into what she does. But I digress. I didn't mean to interrupt anybody. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
No, you didn't interrupt. We're just making the conversation flow.
Yay, good, because I decided I'm just gonna put the hippopotamus to the side until I can concentrate. I'm just gonna doodle right now because I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere. I think it's because I'm drawing on black and I'm having a hard time seeing. That was not smart on my part. I should have just drew.
It can break the brain sometimes.
Yeah. Ooh. I'll try something. Oh, this is my thought doodle. Who cares what I draw on this sketchbook? I really liked how this kind of turned out.
That is turning out good, Andrew.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? How much work he's got done.
I know.
We've all been chatting away,
watching him do his magic.
Yeah,
it can be quite entrancing.
All right.
There are a few people over on TikTok that do something similar, but they do landscaping.
Oh, cool.
That I've seen them do that, but they're doing theirs in like tiny little like 4x6 frames, and then they add the artwork in, you know, with the paper folding like that type thing. But I've never seen anyone else do portrait stuff like you.
That is so cool.
I've never seen anything like Andrew's at all. That's impressive.
Thank you, everyone, and sorry for not participating.
Oh, you're participating by being here. We're
exactly.
You
show up, you do your magic. That is participating.
Right. And not only that, I mean, you're concentrating. Like the last thing we need to have you do is chat with us, and then you're screwing up your commission.
Right.
Like priorities here. I think I'm gonna. Oh, I was gonna make that into a flower. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Let's do this. Oh.
All right. Well, I have to be that person to leave.
Hey, that's okay. It is 11:26 for anybody who is, and I'm just glad that you actually joined us. And I almost want to apologize because I know you're an early bird. The fact that you were willing to come in, we just definitely appreciate your presence and love your bird.
Here, we're gonna
hug your kitty for us.
There she is.
No. And it's really interesting that you're not doing June Tune, but look at you. You're doing your own Toony thing.
Tunaging it up.
Tunage. All right, Riley.
All right,
we'll
everyone.
Talk to you.
Have a good one.
When we see you the next thing.
Good night.
Night, Riley.
Good night.
All right. Nice.
And then there were 5.
Whoa. Who did that? Who said that?
Jeremy said that.
Wow. When you did that deep voice thing, it was like different. It was like very radio kind of. Brought to you live.
Listen to the smooth sounds of 98.7.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't that like sound like a radio DJ or what?
Yes.
Oh, so you are the undiscovered genius.
Maybe I have a radio show that you guys don't know about.
It's a
Ooh, maybe.
Is it one of those OnlyFans shows?
It is.
OnlyFans.
Oh my God. So I'm on Instagram and OnlyFans is advertising, artists, come on over. This is your place to showcase your work.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
What?
yeah. No, I don't want to showcase myself on the porn site, because then what happens is if they get a lot of artists over there. Well, no, here's the thing: if they get a lot of artists over there and they start having musicians and other people do OnlyFans, they will drop kick all of the people that got them popular and whatnot, and get rid of all of the adult content. And then they won't have a place to showcase their stuff. And
we don't want to have a place where we can't go see porn. Come on.
Exactly. To be honest, that's their place. I'm not.
I don't know what is OnlyFans.
Good. You probably don't want to know.
It's kind of like a Patreon
media with you can have subscribers pay you money and tip you, and
I think it's like a cam girl site, right?
It's very similar to that, I would think.
It's got a reputation for being kind of.
There are quite a few men that use it too, as far as have their OnlyFans with just men.
Right.
So pay me $1 and I will take off the shirt.
Yep. Exactly.
I'll do that here to.
Yowza.
What was that with the broccoli and the shrimp? What was that? Oh, anyway. The honeymoon shrimp. That's what it was, Andrew, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Some guy was talking to Andrew on his broadcast about honeymoon shrimp, and you're like, I've never heard that before. And he goes, you said, why is it called honeymoon shrimp? And then the guy was trying to describe, well, you put the broccoli in the shrimp, and it's like, okay, that's enough. That's all we need to know. We don't need to know. Food porn.
Honeymoon shrimp?
Honeymoon shrimp, yeah.
Honeymoon shrimp.
And they say and he said it was an authentic Chinese food. That's the best part of it. I'm like, what?
I know, right? What are you doing there, Brenda? I'm seeing like some red now.
Well, it's actually a pair of boots, and it's going to have flowers in it.
Oh.
Like a pair of what do they call them? Wellingtons.
Yes. Like what? What's that little bear that likes marmalade?
Oh,
Paddington.
Paddington.
Yeah. He wears Wellingtons. In a yellow raincoat.
This is kind of a quickie watercolor. I don't usually paint him this fast.
I love a quickie.
Add back to the board. I see a theme. Well, some artists on Instagram really actually do have like not safe for work content, but it's like really good art. So I guess they need a home. That's the first thing I think of when I think of OnlyFans. But are they just trying to, like you said, Jeremy, they're just trying to change their site and get more people on it?
They've got all of the billing and all the other fun stuff down. So I think they're trying to legitimize it. And then they said they'll eventually start pushing out the non-safe for work stuff. And then it'll just be like another Patreon where,
starving artists of the adult community are just going to be kicked to the curb.
And I won't kick them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. OnlyFans to me seems like, I don't know, people have used it so much as a joke. Like
people are.
I can't imagine telling my dad, "Hey, Dad, I'm on OnlyFans." He'd be like, "What?
Hey, Dad, follow me on OnlyFans."
You don't tell your mom and dad that you're on OnlyFans. You tell them that you're an accountant.
I mean, whatever pays the bills, right?
And no one ever asks questions about somebody when you say I do accounting, because no one cares. They're like, "Oh, you're an accountant."
I actually really liked my accounting classes I took in business. I really thought I could have a career doing managerial accounting, which is what my uncle did for a hospital. He's like, I was in charge of the money. Nobody could. He goes, it felt like I had a lot of power, even though I was a little geek just pushing numbers. I could tell them what they could and couldn't spend, though.
That is pretty powerful, I must say.
I really liked doing the calculation part. Not that I really would enjoy being an accountant, but I did like doing calculations. My brain just said, oh, this is fun.
Okay, I have finished my sketch. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so here's what's going on so far with
Oh, look at this.
Oh, how cute.
Girl,
so I'll be.
You have got something going on here. You just have such a great skill with your line work. Man,
thanks.
What do you see yourself doing with all of this? Once June Toon is over, what do you hope to do? I guess what do you hope that June Toons will help you with, and where do you see your stuff going?
We're going to be doing the same thing we do every night.
Trying to
take over the world.
take over the world. Of course. Okay, then.
But to answer that for real, I don't know is the answer. We'll find something else to do to challenge and continue to nourish that creative craving that I have in my soul. That's really the only answer I can give you.
That is awesome. Because, I mean, I've noticed one of the reasons, guys, why I like the whole art challenge thing and have for a long time is kind of like what you just said. Like, it's just something that feeds your creative juices. And you don't have to feel... It's just kind of like sketch practice. You don't have to feel like it's going anywhere or it's doing anything.
Luke's got the jokes over here. He says, I hope to be in July when this is over. So we got a little Tom and Jerry yesterday for the word anger.
Yay, let's take a look at your show and tell. Yay.
That was yesterday. I'm just going to flip back while I still
do. Oh my god, that's adorable.
My daughter actually wanted me to do Tom and Jerry, and so I was like, well, we'll do
He's
Tom.
about ready to like
they're about to
on his
showdown.
Nose. Yeah.
Showdown is happening. I think a clamping did happen in that cartoon, if I remember correctly.
It definitely looks like a setup.
It's been a minute. So that was fun. That was a late night one last night. Thanks guys for coming and hanging and saying hello.
Yes, it was.
This is the day before that. This is for Dark. And we did a little. It's not,
I love this piece.
This is not a cartoon. This is a video game done in a Toon style. So I felt like it counted. And Toon Link, Legend of Zelda is near and dear to my heart. I love all of the series that they've done since the beginning of time. So this was very fun for me to do. And I've gotten a lot of really good responses on that one. It was fun.
I just love the line work on that and this like the glowing eyes, how you turn something that was cute into something a little evil.
Yeah, whenever you did the sketch, I was like, oh, this looks like a really cute little character. And then you start putting the red in, and it's like, yep, he's gone.
Yeah, he's evil.
Gone.
He's evil.
All right, day before that, this one was like people couldn't. You have to really tap into your childhood to remember this because it is an obscure.
I remember that
Disney movie character. He is named Skippy, and he's one of the small rabbits that was in a rabbit family in the Robin Hood.
I was going to say he was in the Robin Hood movie.
Yeah, he was He was not the oldest, but he was the oldest boy. Aww. And he looked up to Robin Hood and wanted to be Robin Hood and was like always pretending to save Maid Marian from all the bad guys and all that stuff. And he actually got to meet her and pretend to save her, and she played along, and it was so fun. And so he has the heart of bravery, and it really was.
See, she's being really you're not only like just doing these really cool things, but you're being like really thoughtful.
Yeah.
I try to be whenever I do these. When I do
like,
these,
I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I want to do something like really creative.
Yeah, well, and Jeremy said this the other day in his live too. He was just like, I don't decide what I'm doing until right before I go live, and I go back and look at the hashtags and see what everyone's been doing for the day. And then he does the opposite of that. So I relate to that very much.
I never thought about that.
I do some planning before the thing starts and just kind of write down my initial thoughts of what might be good. But some days I have nothing. Right. And I always will go back and kind of look at what people have been posting for the day as well. And maybe if I see like 13 of the same character, I will probably choose something different. But if it's like maybe one or two, I'll just move forward with whatever my choice was. So it's kind of a little bit of last minute decision and a little bit of planning. It's kind of a half and half. And then this was day one, my Goku from Dragon Ball Z, a little bit of anime.
I love that.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'm not an anime person, honestly. I think this and like the original Pokemon series is really about all the anime I know, like at all. But this was a lot of fun to do too. This was one of my brother's favorite series was the Dragon Ball series and all the spin-offs. And I, of course, being stuck at home and had to lost the battle to the remote control for the one TV that had cable. You have to sit there and watch it with him. So you learn the characters, you learn the storyline. And so I was like, yep, this is what we're doing for Bright Super Saiyans are basically glowing human beings that emit this huge, powerful energy when they battle.
Nice.
So I thought that would be perfect and fitting.
That is perfect. And everybody else was doing Rainbow Bright. You went.
They were
your
doing Rainbow
own-
Bright and several other things, but I didn't see any Dragon Ball
There you go.
at all that I recall, unless somebody did it later. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. We're on
Very cool.
day 5.
So what's tomorrow's prompt?
Tomorrow's prompt is
Little.
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 Yeah.
Ooh. Jiminy Cricket, it's little. Those little Lilliputian characters from what's that one guy that they Gulliver's Travels?
Oh,
Those are little. Hobbits
What
are
was-
little. So many
what
things
was-
are little.
there's it.
Chicken
What was-
little.
The mouse. Remember the mouse that was in the city?
Yeah, Feifel.
Yeah.
There was Feifel and Feifel Goes West. Those were both
Yeah,
little.
Feifel.
Stuart Little.
Stuart Little.
That
Yep.
was the one that she was probably thinking.
Isn't there
of.
like the little family? Like what's that family that they're little tiny?
The Littles.
The
Littles?
Borrowers.
The borrowers. That's it. The
Borrowers.
borrowers. The littles. Yeah.
I loved reading that book when I was in like the 5th grade or whatever
Too.
grade it was. So, yeah, there's lots of good choices. I think whether there's a million or not, I'm going to be doing Ariel tomorrow for the Little Mermaid because she is every girl. I say this with a very large blanket statement. Every little girl has a favorite Disney princess.
Oh,
Ariel is mine. Ariel is mine. I wanted to literally be a mermaid when I was
Where
a
the
kid.
people are.
I watched.
I don't think Disney's made my favorite princess. I'll be honest. My Disney
Not yet.
princess is more like what's that gal from the 90s? Daria. Yeah, that's my Disney princess.
La 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 la.
I was
Daria.
going to say Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett.
It wasn't Farrah Fawcett. No. Ignore me.
What was that?
Never mind.
So we're gonna say this is my Disney princess
Is that Leia? Who is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
because she is now a Disney
I
princess.
forgot that I was still full screen, you guys.
Okay, I now I do have a Disney princess. It has.
You guys
to
have
be
got to
Princess
help me
Leia.
with this navigation.
I kind
clicking
of
the
agree
button.
that because Disney owns everything, and Disney's going to own
Sorry.
DC Comics too.
Possibly.
We'll
They could
see.
stop that because that is a monopoly.
It is a
I
monopoly
would
on
think
comic
it would
books.
be.
But if comic books is going to fail anyways, you might as well let one company let it fail.
Well, you never know. We'll see. We will see.
The industry is definitely hurting very bad.
Mm-hmm.
It is sad.
The printed version of it, I should say.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think
Yeah.
that's with all print media.
Well, the
period.
digital crossover kind of helped them out, but it's not going to save them.
know when I'm sketching.
Dang it, I drew the wrong line. Oh well, he's just going to have a fat butt.
Let me see if the thing I'm thinking of for Little was ever animated. If it was, then I'm doing it.
Well, here's another thing. I mean, I've always felt this way. I don't not that I'm triggered or anything, but I've always felt like well, like for instance, like you throw something out there and some people say, "Oh, don't say that because someone might take your idea." And I'm thinking like, but like if I do an interpretation of the same idea, it's not going to be the same as someone else.
Nope.
It's never going to really be the same. And then I get that there are people who do something first, but that doesn't mean you didn't have that idea before them. And I get it that some people are like known for certain things, but I mean, to jump to that conclusion, like somehow there's a limitation on who can do what with ideas. I feel like I don't know if it's a marketplace thinking or just plain old business competition. I don't know where that comes from, but
LSD.
LSD. It could just be
No, jealousy.
Oh, I think you said LSD. I'm like,
well, I mean, it could be probably both, but
but jealousy comes from a place of maybe insecurity, and we all have insecurities.
Yes.
We all deal with, we're human beings. We're flawed. Gosh darn it.
I thought it was an alien.
I'm perfect.
Okay, it was
Andrew's perfect over there.
Andrew and Jeremy are both perfect, so they can just like look at us from
practically perfect
their planet and just
way.
help us with their advanced technology. But no, I am an idea oriented person, goal oriented, and I just feel like share the wealth, share the information. And that's what's so cool about the internet. Like, how do you think something goes viral? Like, you throw that idea out there, and if it's a good idea, people pick up on it and they do something with it. I think that's great, honestly. The marketplace of ideas.
Okay, so my idea for tomorrow was a live action show that was on Saturday morning. So it was the after cartoons series that they would show. And it was based on this book.
The Mouse and the Motorcycle. Yeah.
I think that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Because they made like I said, a little movie, a cartoon. Well, it wasn't cartoon, but it was live action. So
that's awesome.
I think that's what I want for Little.
Nice. Oh, wow. Well, thanks for that show and tell, Lindsay, by the way. Really appreciate it.
Sorry, I hogged the screen for a little extra time. I didn't realize I was still
we hogged the screen. Everybody got a chance to hog the screen. So
I was just like, okay, I'm done showing and telling. I'm going to go back to drawing. And then I forgot to undo the button.
Oh, does anyone ever tell and show?
Ooh.
Or is it always show and tell?
I don't know. Which one comes first? Chicken, egg, chicken crossing the road. Why? This is very existential. I don't know. Good question. Tell and show. That might be me, actually. I think I started out.
Michelle talks a lot, and then she starts showing things.
Okay,
so
that's tell and show.
I think that's it. I think that's me.
You're gonna have to start changing it up for your brand.
Do I have a brand?
You do now. Congratulations.
I thought you said brand, like fiber, because I'm at that age.
Oh. Well, if you need it, we're here to support you.
Well, as far as art challenges go, there's so many things out there. Like, I don't feel like I own that idea, but I did translate it on Periscope into something I enjoyed doing. And then I took that idea, Haps made it kind of a 2.0 idea, and here we all are. So definitely love the idea. But the earlier idea comes from when I used to teach. And getting people to just feel comfortable doing something creative. And it's always been the tried and true. What we're doing is workshopping, if you want a name for it. Oh. Workshopping. Ooh, that sounds very,
that's a fancy word. It's kind of big.
But that's what the word people are doing that are unemployed right now? Are they workshopping?
Yeah, yes. That could be it. No, well, if you call artists and writers that have other jobs and then they try to do their stuff on the side, their side hustle, which is art and writing. Yeah, in a sense, when I was an English major, there's this joke that they say, if you're going to graduate with a major in English, you need to know how to conjugate verbs, and you need to know Shakespeare, and you also need to know how to say, "Do you want fries with that?" So. But workshopping is the constructive way of getting creative people together, like a book club, like a writing club, like a sketch club, and you pass around your stuff. Everybody gets to share their work. They get to read it out loud. And then you look for constructive feedback. What did you like about this piece? What kind of questions do you have to ask that person who wrote it to help them, to communicate what their ideas they were trying to get out and what it is that you respond to? And they need to hear that. That's the feedback they need to hear. And then, of course, suggestions on the things they're struggling, like, hey, I'm really struggling with the ending of this story. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. And then people can then, after hearing it and listening to it and having a conversation, can help that writer to do something
to make sure the message is delivered properly.
That is so much more of a productive thing for writers, because writing is such a hard job and you're on your own. And I feel art, it can be like that. We're all in our studio time place we carve out to try and do our stuff.
It can be kind of isolating at times.
Yeah, it helps to get out and get those ideas out and to talk to other people who do the same thing or
I don't
similar
like other
things.
people.
I don't. Just people
I
are
don't
just
like
the
other
hard part of
people.
it. I don't like other people. We're all in a cave. It's okay. Just go back to
This
your
is a
cave.
safe place. Shh.
Right. So
Okay.
no. So that was my idea. That was my idea. And
Michelle has
see where this
ideas.
goes. Ideas, giving ideas to ideas. Having said that, it is 11:48, folks. I kind of want to know if CS is still live. I feel kind of bad that, I put out my broadcasts as usual, and then he's going live, and I'm like, oh, but that's what he does on Saturday nights. He goes out and he does really cool things, and that's like way cooler than anything I would do. But I definitely want, if he's not live, I definitely want to watch the replay, because I don't think I feel like I really did any kind of major drawing here of any kind. But I definitely I love this idea. I want to do an animal. I had this idea when I first saw the Minotaur and the Nicetor. I literally thought of a bull that looked pretty mean, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said "bully."
That's
Very
great.
cool.
That is great.
And he's like picking on somebody smaller than him. But that looked. I went straight to Minotaur.
That is so cute, though. You should totally ride with that.
I mean, like as an anti-bullying kind of thing, like
Right.
yeah. Maybe then behind him you could have this bigger bull tapping on his shoulder, almost like a comic strip, going like, "Oh, you think you're picking on him, huh?
Oh,
bigger than
yeah.
you." But animals, oh wow, I miss my cat. I miss having a fur baby. And then that technique I was just telling you about with the colored pencil, the black pencil.
Well, maybe
Maybe I could
your
try that.
Nicetor could be like a cuddly kitty kind of creature.
Well, yeah, and plus I could practice at the whole fur thing. So there we
Mhm.
go. Ooh. Minotaur. So where did this idea come from, Lindsay? Because I know
who knows?
your
Who
husband
knows?
just Minotaur,
He was
Nicetor.
probably like in the bathroom one day, surfing on his phone, and it just came to him. I mean, really, it's about that simple.
That reminds me of a Steve Martin joke. My children are very creative. They create stuff every day, but then they flush it, and we never see it. It never makes the light of day, or something like
Never
that.
see it again.
And they never see it again. This looks really weird, but I'm just going to draw it anyway. I had this idea of a face in the middle of a floral. She's pretty petunia here. It's just me being conceptual and weird. Wow. So you really are working on that little motorcycle dude.
Yeah, it's an 8 Excite bike from regular Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Those boots are turning out really nice.
Were they made for walking?
Yeah.
In the rain specifically, which I think Ohio is going to get a series of days of rain, aren't we? I think.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I just looked ahead, and I guess it's supposed to start in the morning and last for 6 days. That's northern Ohio.
I'm pretty happy about, because we're getting the same weather. And originally they said we were going to have high temperature 90-degree days that are going to be a lot hot. So the rain is going to turn that 90-degree days into not so 90.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear that we're getting rain.
One thing I remember about Michigan is how humid it can be. Oh yeah, swampy. Humid. But then nobody's more swampier than Lindsay, it sounds like.
Oh no! Florida. Joe always has us beat. He is like swamp crotch city over there.
That's funny. Swamp crotch.
Swamp crotch.
It's a thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever been to Florida in the summertime, it's a thing.
I think they featured that particular aspect of it in the movie called Chef. I think it's called Chef, where this chef has a big life change, and he decides to go. He quits his job making this other guy's restaurant really nice. With his reputation, and he decides, you know what, my family's more important or something, and he goes out, hits the road in a mobile food truck with his son.
Okay.
And he teaches his son to use cornstarch in the swampy areas.
Yes.
It's a really funny part of the movie. That stuff is real,
It is real. It's a thing that needs to happen.
And they were in Florida, I think, as a matter of fact. I think that's what I remember.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Oh no, thunderstorm starting Monday here. Yeah, you're not that far away from me. Luke, I'm gonna wave at you, Luke. Can you see me over there in Windsor? Across the other side of Lake Erie over here.
I certainly smell you. Smell you. That's a wonderful smell.
Oh, good Lord. Erie doesn't have that thing, does it? It doesn't smell over here. Must be when it hits over in the Michigan side.
when you had the alarm going off, I was like, tell me you live near Cleveland without telling me you live near Cleveland.
I know, right? Well, I guess they used to have a very terrible reputation, but they've done a lot, I guess, to clean things up. I had to make Andrew big because look at that.
I know, it's beautiful.
I just had to. Look at those lips. They almost look like accordion style, but you make it work. It reminds me of when you take a strip of paper and make it
so beautiful.
Accordion. Yeah. So just think what he could do with bubblegum wrappers.
Oh my gosh, that would be do you remember making those chains?
Yes. The Girl Scout thing.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about those, Lindsay.
Do you remember those where you
I used to do it with the bubblegum wrappers, but I also did them with the Starburst wrappers as well.
I can't wait, Andrew, to show your work. I've been trying to contact my friend who does origami.
Joe's here.
See what she could think of it. Hey, Joe, how are you?
Hey, Joe.
If you want to pop up in the window for a few minutes, I will invite you because we're wrapping things up. But definitely, Lindsay, help me. I mentioned a few people at the beginning of the broadcast.
What do you need help with?
Remembering who's all going live tomorrow, because it just seems like everybody. Who's going live when and whatever.
Joe's going live. What time, Joe? I don't remember what time you're starting, but it'll probably be evening.
Let me look at Instagram because I tried to throw everything into our chat.
Milk is going live tomorrow.
I know Milk is going to do the elf thing. I did give a shout out. Okay. I was going to go into Instagram and bring it up as a present, but it just
so Joe's going live tomorrow night between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern.
Wonderful.
So that'll be this time.
Yep. So
a little bit before this time.
Let me just see here. Who have we got here? Okay, scrolling. Wow, I'm just so impressed. You guys are just amazing. Well, of course, Lost TV goes live every day. Unless he's editing videos on Thursday. I think
he's morning time, our time.
And he's got Art and Chill Sunday, and he's invited just about everybody he can think of. So if you happen to be awake, they tend to broadcast for 6 to 8 hours, starting at 9:30 p.m., 9:30 a.m., 9:30 around Eastern Standard Time. So he goes actually a little bit later just so he can try and catch some of
us. Yeah.
And I think it's amazing. And it's so much fun the way he sets it up. I just love it. There it is, Joseph Burke, the Creative Multiverse. I want to join your Facebook group. What happens when I do? Do I get a prize?
You get full access to sharing all the links that you want.
I love it. Well, please accept me and my invitation. I hope it will be extended because I definitely think that would be so cool if we started you guys were talking about it and you just made me want to be a part of it. So
it's a pretty fun place.
And of course the Creative Multiverse is Joe's baby, but you together, it seems like as a community have come up with Artuary, which is an art challenge that I can't wait to do. As a matter of fact, I think in August I might revisit what you guys did in 2020 this year just to see. Fun. Because I just love the prompts. I love seeing Joe's. He's got a Instagram reel or something.
Yes.
Anyway, which I'm gonna learn how to do.
The highlights. Is that what you're talking about? The highlights.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the difference between a highlight, a story, and a reel, but I'm figuring it out. I actually
we'll walk you through it.
I actually went to the Instagram help page to figure, okay, how do I do this?
I just did a highlight today.
I saw that.
Speaking
I
of
saw
which.
that. Yes. And so, guys, definitely follow him on Instagram if you're not already. People, what is wrong? Tanya, Michelle, Urban Art AF. She's going to do all fun, my iPad and pencil versus my actual. Like she's doing some drawings on her iPad and with pencil and paper while she's on somewhere on the Las Vegas Strip. I think this is gonna be fun. I don't know what that's all
you
about.
guys can plan things ahead, like schedule ahead of time.
That's impressive.
Yeah. That's the upcoming broadcasting. Well, you're 9:10, so it's almost like in your name when you go live, right?
Why? They should have let me to like not have, because you have to increment by half, like every 30 minutes. So there's no 9:10. I would have totally do it.
I get a viral pat on the back. Oh, yay. Yep, I founded the Creative Multiverse. It's a gathering of the collective creatives from around the world. I can almost hear it in that voice.
Right? I know.
Oh, so professional. I love it, you guys. And C.S. Murphy, of course, he's art tanked right now. Come drink with us and win prizes. I love the idea that
he's still live.
Extend that. I don't know, but I just thought, oh, that's right. Well, if we don't catch him live, definitely I'm going to catch the replay after I'm done here.
Well, I think since we're wrapping up here, I'm going to go color my kitty cat on my channel for a little bit. If you guys want to join me, that's amazing.
And at some point,
Joe, I'm going to go on my channel.
If there's any Saturday that I cannot go live, I'll let you guys all know ahead of time. And I definitely think I love the idea that any of us could go live in this group and host what we're doing right now. That's the whole point of like this idea too. But yeah, we got Milk again. He's going live tomorrow. I think it's just if you're not following him, maybe get in there and take a look at some of the Elfie selfies he's done. They're so cute. They're adorable. Spin the wheel. Speed painting award given. So there we go. I think that's everything. I think we're caught up. It's exactly 12 o'clock. It's as if I planned it.
Beautiful.
Oh, I may adjourn yet. Well, see, you guys are gonna go and do the next level. So go on and join in on Lindsay's
setting it
stuff.
up right now. So God, it takes forever to go through all.
I'm turning into a pumpkin. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I always feel like I try to prepare and I'm never prepared, but I try to come and chat you all up, and thanks for listening, guys.
Nice to see everybody.
Yay! And good luck this week. And I love seeing all the different people doing all the different stuff and things. So there you go. See you in the next one. Bye, guys. I'm going to hang up the phone. Where is it? The phone needs to be bigger. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
See you guys.
Bye.
And end broadcast. Oop, end broadcast. Hello.